Hello, how's it going, everyone? How is it going? It is a Thursday. It sure feels like. Oh no, it's a Tuesday. Oh, I was so happy. I was like, oh boy, I'm this happy. It must mean it's like the end of the week. And it's like, no, it's the beginning. I was wondering if the mic was hot because I was like, what's it called? Doing my best, like Gordon Ramsay. Or like I heard that what's it called? I guess in the new metaphor, there's gonna be what's it called? An utterance of the word shite. And I'm like, that's like my favorite pronunciation of shit. Like it always makes me think of like what's it called? I guess what's it called? A bit of like just kind of like British television. But sometimes I'm just like rattling off like voices. Sometimes I just do like random voices just to see if I can do them. And while I was like, let me see if my Gordon Ramsay's any good. And I was just like, I feel like my default like line, like when I say a Gordon Ramsay voice, is just making up, "There's shite in the risotto! There's shite in the risotto! What is this? Look at it! Look at it! Fuck off!" I'm just like, oh man, this is not something that he's ever said, but it would be quite a riot if it was. But I say all of this because nothing too mysterious happened like within the past couple days. I don't have too much on my itinerary, which is a bit on the sad side, but it also means I'm going to have to play this a little bit earlier and outline the rules and expectations. I did play a little bit of Tekken today, but only to check out the what's it called, the little, like, I guess the main menu. But with this, okay, my main objective here, it's to find a Metagross or a meta something. I need to be able to find this Pokemon so that I can level them up and be able to use them in battle. Let's see. I gotta use Kiki. Let's see. Oh, I need a. Let me get my hustle on, because there's a couple things I gotta do. One of the things is making sure that I get this mask on. What's it called? I got a little separation anxiety. I have a mask that doesn't look hideous on. I need my hideous mask. Nope, nope. Oh, I see it. I see it. Give it to the Pokemon. Take the Wellspring mask. And then take that and then wear this bad boy. Wear the Cornerstone mask. There we go.
Oh, baby.
Kiki has transformed. Alright. Now we can mean mug.
So I'm a tough boy. A tough alien boy.
Let's see. Let me get some semblance of hustle on. I don't know if he's up here or not. Are they within this space? I see a lot of the mole, but I don't see a lot of what else I need. There we go.
There's a cave.
Maybe it's outside in this cave. Team Terrible. Man. I wouldn't go around calling myself Team Terrible. Because, like, that's just, like, saying, like, that's an outright, like, admission that, like, your team's not gonna be good. Let's see, let me get... Let's see, I'm MGMT Azumarill. Let's fight Team Terrible.
We call ourselves Team Terrible. Be prepared to tremble in fright before our terrible might.
Tremble at how terrible we are. Oh, Marcy, I'm sorry, Marcy. That you gave us the terrible team. Oh man, terrible squad. The terrible twos. Oh man, I'm so intimidated by how terrible they are. Man, that's a lot of debuffing. This is a terrible situation. Alright, let's see if Snubbull will... Let's see. That kind of works. Oh, MGMT being here is a mistake because I can't hover. Azumarill's gonna get messed up. It's super effective on me. Oh, you dingbat. Ah. If you want to know what terrible is. Marcy sent out Grand Bull, another Grand Bull fantasy. Versus Rising.
God, this is poopy.
Let's see. Let me get a different Pokemon out here. None of you guys are super effective. Let's at least... Maybe Ecto... Simone. Let's level up Simone a little bit.
Alright, Simone, let's go. Try me.
Oh. Let's see. Come on. Play rough. Don't...
Oh, no.
Come on. Oh, this is Poop City. Come on. Alright. Made my earthquake. That's not gonna work. Quake. That's not gonna work, Quake. Don't leave. It's my fault. Alright.
Oh, no.
No, Azumarill. Don't let it get to you. Oh. Oh, you need to leave. You need to get out of Azumarill. I made a big mistakey. And it's making my heart breaky. Let's try another drill. Oh, I could have used Earthquake. Because what's it called? Ectocoolus doesn't mind. Ectocoolus is like in the air. So it's like, this doesn't affect me. This doesn't faze me. You have defeated Mercy. Marcy, the student.
Oh, this is just terrible.
It's like, I feel like you'd probably have to say that quite a bit if you named yourself Team Terrible. Like, I should have expected this. That is something I should have expected. Let's see. Is that something I could feasibly heal with? Or do I have to make my way on over back into the cave? Because I have a feeling I have to go back into the cave and heal. That was a major loss on my end. Even though I won. Sometimes you can win and still lose. That's what's important to understand in life. Sometimes even in victory, there is hard defeat waiting. Okay, guys, let's roll out. But also, with a heavy heart, I'm going to have to replace you with, let's say, Gustav. Let's get Gustav going. I gotta get Gustav beefed up. I actually have to get quite a lot of you beefed up. Like, some of y'all didn't make it to 100 too easily. Let's see, Ecto Coolest. Let's see who I can incorporate. Let's see, some 60s, some 70s, Glambert's an 80. A Bomus now. Koraidon.
Oh.
No. Giamatti. Magneto. Proz. Gilbert. Bisco. Let's see, Mountain Dew. Vera. What's this emotet? This one. Bellossom. Custard. Sephiroth. Bicon. Glowworm. Esperanza. Sawsbuck. Crunchberry. Let's see. It's between Lapras and, let's see. Not Mekazawa. Mekazawa is a little low. Magneto? I feel like Lapras has a little bit extra beef. I would trust Lapras a bit. Let me check something else. It would be my boy, what's it called? Who does Drayton really not like? Like, what's like the best course of action for this? It would be, of course, the action. Let's see. Magneton, Hypnoton. Vera. Dugong. I can. Let's see. Let's get Mountain Dew over here. I trust in Mountain Dew. I want to level up 5, but I have no reason for 5. Fi, you'll get your chance soon. I want to beef you up at some point. Let's see, Seadra. I think Kingdra is usually the better one of that bunch. Bum Snow. Let's see, move. We'll get Mountain Dew over here. We'll get, what's it called? Is a Bomb of Snow reasonable?
Hello there. Hello, Shrimpo Max. How's it going?
I need to, what's it called? I need to get my hustle back on. I have a few Pokemon to catch. What's it called? I know I need to catch, what's it called? It's gonna be a Metagross, but I'm thinking maybe instead trying to see if I can find a Grand Ball and a Kingdra. Like, where is that type at? Wow. Doing good, just busy with schoolwork. How about you? Oh, pretty awesome. What's it called? I'm doing solid. Just what's it called? Getting out of work mostly, so it's kind of just some nice time to unwind. I don't have too many main goals aside from catching Pokemon, so it's gonna be something that's a bit on the quieter side. Aside from, like, it's not gonna be one where I'm challenging like leaders, but it's gonna be more of like a little bit of a grind, a little bit of an unwind. But I need to survey the waters. Let's see, this is like the average Seadra. So that's like, how much is that? Like, 66. Horsey. It's not a Seadra. I haven't played Violet in so long. I need to get back. What's it called? It's been like a nice, like, kind of like fun, like, it's kind of a fun excursion playing a lot of Pokemon. It's almost been like maybe a good year since I started. Because what's it called? I started a lot of my Pokemon journey around the same time I got the, what's it called? The live 2D model. So it's one of those things where I kind of like made it like a big celebration to be like, okay, now that I have this model, I'm going to have to do my due diligence to, what is it called? Play something really cool in time for it. And the choice I made was, what's it called? Pokemon Scarlet. But it's been a really good time.
Ooh.
It's always been that long. What a freak. It's like playing Pokemon for that long. It's weird because I feel like a lot of what I wanted to do with streaming was like play a lot of fighting games. Let's see. We are going to name you Speedwagon. It's like no cheap viewers on Blink. Let's see. Oh wait, no. In the box. It's like Speedwagon is like the best JoJo waifu. Man, dude was like really like, dude was so loyal that like he ended up creating like an entire foundation just because the guy he really liked like best like family just needed a little bit more. Like perfect ride or die. Oh, wait, no, not the picnic. I need to check the boxes so that I can see if there is. Let's see. I've got quite a few of these. There's Sea Dragon, there's Sea Moon, there's Speedwagon. Speedwagon is probably the easiest one to level up at the moment. But let's try to see if I can get this allocated a little bit. JoJo Bizarre Adventure is something else I need to finish. I've only watched part 1. Oh man, you're in for a treat. Like, part 1, I actually really like part 1. I have a soft spot for part 1. I know a lot of people, like, get a little iffy about it and are like, well, it's not where all the cool stuff happens, but I think a lot of cool stuff happens there. I think the anime really helps to streamline quite a bit of it, too. So, part 1 is great. Part 2 is probably, like, my favorite, probably, of the bunch, because I just really love Joseph. Like, Joseph is such a fun protagonist. Like, part 3, I would say, is pretty nice, but I feel like the anime might be your best bet. Like, the first, like, the part 1 and 2 one, like, the David production one, just because I think for me, like, I think part 5 does a lot of what part 3 does the best. So it being like a road trip where you're meeting like larger than life stand villains. Like that's something that part 5 does like amazingly. But I know with part 3 sometimes it can kind of feel like a little bit of like Monster of the Week. I'd say probably on an objective level, like part 4 is like definitely in the higher echelon. It is something where you have to expect something a little more slice of life, but that's kind of what makes it cool, is that you kind of like are putting like a little bit more of like a spin on it, where it's like, how do people in their everyday lives like use stands? Or like, how do people who just happen to have stands like use them for their everyday kind of interactions? Or how does that work? Now part 6 is one where I like jumped into it. I think it was kind of like the first one I kind of skipped on over to, just because I was really curious about what they were going to do with like setting a manga in Florida. And I'm like, okay, like what are you guys gonna do to Florida? It's kind of a really bad place to start because it's the most like, it's the one that kind of does all these callbacks to like what's happened. So you're kind of dealing with the aftermath of like part 3 with part 6. But it's a lot of fun. I'd say probably like the 2 best JoJos in my eyes are Joseph and Jolene. Just because they both have the same like kind of just like devil may care attitude. Like a lot of what makes Joseph funny is just that he's like a wisecracker. But like with Jolene, like she kind of has like the best parts of, she has like kind of the jerk butt parts of like Jotaro, but is just really funny about it. Like just meeting a new person and then being like, okay, I'm going through like all of the middle fingers that I know to be able to tell this person like how I feel. It's also really grody. Like, it's probably like the one where a lot of the stands are really nasty. Like, just ones where it's like acid and like monster transformations. I'm like, ooh, this is gross, but like kind of like gross in like the same way a horror film would be, where you'd be like, oh man, like this is really nasty, but you can't look away because it's like, what's it called? Be like, oh man, like look at how this is drawn. It's so repulsive. Part 5 was a bit like that, but I feel like part 6 like upped the ante and made it even more like intense. But that was kind of the fun part of it. Now I'm not a good person because I need to catch up to part 7. I think the last place I got to part 7 was probably around like maybe the middle part, around the time you meet like their version of Dio. But like at the same time, like that's still very early on. Like I don't think I got to see like, what's it called? I think at the most part, what's his name? The main villain is still a little chubby at the point I'm at. Part 8 I got pretty close. Or is part 7 animated yet? Part 7 isn't animated, so it's one of those things where a lot of it is pretty much, I think, still in the planning stages. I think they announced that they were going to make it, but didn't get around to saying when. Man, which one is this? Is this... Oh, a 50. Okay. I can keep my expectations low on the Seadra. But yeah, I think that they still are working on part 7. So it's one of those ones where you'd have to pick up the book, pick up the manga and read if you wanted to get further into it. With a heavy heart, it's all about reading the manga, which it gets a little difficult when you start to get to the more like the ones where it goes from being weekly to monthly. Because like with the monthly releases, like Araki will just pull out like 50, 60, like 40 to 50 pages. It's a little bit, it can be a little bit to like, what's it called, read all at once. Sometimes I just like read a chapter and be like, okay, this is enough, because this is a lot to work through. But it's why it took me forever to do part 8, because it was something where I caught up with part 8 around the time like you met the Apex Twin like inspired dudes. But I think past that, I don't think I was able to really get past it, because I think at some point I caught up to the manga, but then at some point I just left it alone for so long that it ended up just being a thing where like the manga caught up far quicker than I could. A little bit's why I also kind of fell off a bit with part 9, what's it called? JoJo Lands, where I got to the chapter where like they kind of made their version of Rohan Kishibe, but I'm also like, I was waiting for the next chapter to come around, but I kept forgetting to catch up to it. So at some point, like I just kept seeing spoilers for future parts. I'm like, no, I haven't caught up yet. Why are you like this, internet? Let's see, I should probably be looking at a lot less of these, because my main goal is to try to find where the snub. I feel like I know where Snubbles are, but where do they dwell? Snubble, and it's Blueberry Academy. It is around. Let's see. Oh, it is around here. Okay. Gotta get my hustle on. Let's do a Jujutsu Kaisen. I was so close to being caught up and then I left it alone. Now it's finished. I feel like at some point, like, I think with Jujutsu Kaisen, I was like in the middle of the culling game. And at some point, I just ended up like what's it called? Just like waiting for it to like release, but also just being like, oh man, like I guess I'll just kind of wait until there's a larger batch for me to work with, so that by the time I do catch up, I'll have a lot more manga to do. But by then, like like everyone that was reading the manga was like, "Hey, guess what? Here's like what's it called? A page full of spoilers." It's so hard to avoid spoilers with Jujutsu Kaisen because of all the leaks that people kept on like doing. So instead, I was just kind of like almost like peeping through the. I was just kind of like consuming it by just like peeping through like the side of like just like peeping through and seeing like where everyone was at and what everyone was freaking out about. Because at some point it just became an event, which is it's fascinating because a lot more people ended up gravitating towards Jujutsu Kaisen as like this sort of like, oh man, like who's gonna like win the fight, or like at what point is like what's it called? What point is anyone going to genuinely be able to beat Sukuna? Because it's like Sukuna just has all of these like just like little like hidden things. Like just like a little ace in the hole or a trump card that shows up every so often. It's around 81. I think that was around the Culling game. I know this story basically through leaks. That is kind of what happens. It's a little crummy, but at the same time, it's just kind of nice to like feed off of what other people are doing. Because it also kind of saves time if you had other manga you were catching up with. I'm pretty bad because I'll watch an anime, I'll be like, oh boy, I can't wait to catch up with the manga, and then like I'll read the first chapter where I left off at and then just be like, okay, I'm gonna have to find time to get this. Because that's what happened with me with Blue Lock. Where Blue Lock was something where it was like, oh man, I need to read through more of this because I got really attached to the characters. But the big problem is when you get too attached to the characters and they're busy, like, what's it called? But like you're too busy to see how they're doing. You get to a point where you're just like, oh. Like there's so many other characters that are being introduced that I don't know if my main guys are gonna like stay relevant. And I get a little scared and worried. Finish season 1 of Blue Lock before season 2 starts on Saturday. Oh, it's Saturday? Oh man. Yeah, I had a really good time with Blue Lock. I think that was it called. I got really attached to kind of the part 2 aspect of it. Because part 1 it was mostly seeing like who is going to be able to make it next. But I think by the time like you start getting introduced to the beefier people in season 2, like the ones that like you're gonna stick with for a longer time, it ends up just being like a character drama where you're just like, oh man, like what's gonna happen between Reo and Nagi? Like, is everything gonna be okay? Or like, I really hope Bachira like gets to meet Asagi again because I miss them. Oh no, Snubble fainted. Let's see. Maybe the Speedwagon one. Let's see. Will you be able to face off with this Grand Bull without dying? 68, that's not too terrible.
Oh no.
I feel like I can make this work a little bit. If I can get this Ultra Ball. Let's see.
Blah.
Alright, we got a Gramble. Let's see, we're going to name you...
Hi. No, thank you so much.
Let's see, would you like to give the Granbull a name? We're going to name you... We're going to name you Grand Blue. And you'll be added to the party. We want you to be as strong as everyone else. But we need to be able to get this hustle on. Let's see. Maybe Gustav. It's another time where Gustav has to leave and I feel bad. It's like, Gustav, you just made it out. Let's see. Let's head off from this. Speed wagon. Oh yeah, I need to get some water in. Like, what's his name? Like Stroheim did. It's like a speed wagon. Speed wagon. Hi, Lenny smiled. How's it going? Gone. It's like, what's the gun? It's like there's like a little added bass. It's like, I wish I could do it more justice, but imagine if I hear the VOD, it will be like, oh, that was not too bad. I feel like that's what happens every time I like do like a random like voice. And I'm just like, oh, this probably sounded bad, and then I open the VOD and it's like 50-50. That's a giant bird. Oh, we love Corviknight. I also love Corviknight. This is a big Pokemon. Gonna gobble me up. I'm doing good, just chilling. Awesome. It's always good to chill. Talk about JoJo. Still waiting for the next JoJo Land chapter. I really need to keep. I really need to catch up with JoJo Lands. Cause I was just saying, like, I think I got to like the point where you got to re-meet like their version of Rohan, like the time skip or the not time skip, the alternate version of Rohan, and their big fight with them. But I'm also like, I think at some point I ended up getting a little bit behind because I was just waiting for the next chapter, and then at the point I was waiting for the next chapter, I ended up just, what's it called? Getting way far behind. But yeah, I need to get my hustle back on. Let's see, these are all the Robo ones. I was trying to see if I could find Metagross. But maybe it would be fine if I just worked with the main people I have at the moment. Because I don't think I need to be at this place. I need to be in the, what's it called? The tundra space. Metagross spawns the highest peak of the snow. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, wait a second, like, I know that this is, oh, Beldum, yeah. I saw it on the map, and I was like, wait a second, where must this be? Because, like, I think, like, it was, like, last week, after I'd beaten, Crispin. I was like, wait a second, like, I kind of need to get myself ready to, I guess, catch a few Pokemon, but... Oh no, it's a percentage thing? Let's see, the highest peak. Which one is this one? Oh, it's a different one. I don't know what happened to make me, like, either miss it or if I missed it this whole time. Let's see. You know, sometimes you can kind of see what, like, spatial kind of surfaces they would show up at. So let's see. Up here is probably, it's a little empty at the moment, so I'll check the other peak and see. But yeah, I've been having a pretty... I think, what's it called? It's one of those things where, even though it's been like a solid year since I started playing Pokemon, or even a solid year since I started using the live 2D model, like, so much has happened, but I still kind of find the same little pleasure of, like, what's it called? Like, playing this and discovering new things about it. Because I still feel like I'm fairly new to Pokemon, even after spending so much time with it, because, like, it's the first time I've had to consider, I think, like, playing it in a little bit more of, like, a competitive level or against other people. Like, I'd beaten, what's it called? Most of the 3DS Pokemon and, like, Pokemon Silver. But what was your first generation? Gen 2 was my first. I played Pokemon Gold Silver on the... Right, I at least Pokemon Silver itself was like my first Pokemon that I played on like the Game Boy Color. It was a discovery. It was one of those things where like you're just kind of locked in, and even though everything is so simplistic, like it just has so much like character and heart to it. Like all the music and backgrounds, like it feels like really quaint, but in like a hometown kind of feel. Pokemon Emerald. I feel bad. I feel like I've played what's it called? I played the Gen 3 through what's it called? The Alpha Sapphire remake. But I feel like there probably isn't anything like the feeling of picking up the GBA or playing like the original like kind of like version. Gen 7, that is... Sorry, I'm like, now I'm starting to lose track. That is, let's see, Gen 7, that's, Sun and Moon. Oh, Sun and Moon, that's a pretty good one. Oh, Alola, oh shit. Because I'm like, I know at some point, like, Gen 8 and 9 are really close. I'm like, as we get further in. That in Oris, there was no gambling on. See, that's a major loss. You'd be like missing out on gambling. Let's see. Yeah, I really liked Alola quite a bit. Like, I had a really good time like with understanding I guess kind of the Hawaii inspired like maps and areas, but a lot of the trainers were really cool. And like how they did like gym training with like the challenges. Like, that's such a cool and, like, inventive way of being able to kind of, like, mix it up. But, like, I would say probably, as far as, like, the 3DS games, like, I would probably say that Sapphire was, or not Sapphire, what's it called? Sun and Moon was probably my favorite. I hadn't played the DS ones, but I know that I had old friends that really loved Pokemon Black, and I was a little jealous because I was like, oh man, I can't get it running on like my old like emulators from like 2010. I mean, I can get it running now, but like back when everyone else was playing it, like I had such a very primitive, like basic, like perspective on how to be able to like get it all up and running. Because, like, the copies are so expensive when you actually try to buy, like, the physical ones. So I feel like with Pokemon, it almost, like, they kind of put it on you to have to, like, search the 7 Seas. I play Pokemon Black, but nothing to play it on. And it can be difficult to, like, play a game on your computer, like, if you're just wanting to play something portable. Because the game's... It's something that you want to take with you, like... A lot of my fondest memories with Pokemon is always like traveling a little bit or like thinking about it while I'm traveling. Or if it's not while I'm traveling, I'm thinking about it while I'm like on holiday. It's like being at a rest stop and then like feeling like I'm in the same space as I was in the game when I'm going in between towns. Oh yeah, Pokemon X on a road trip. I think that was definitely one of my road trip games. Like, I remember like Pokemon X being one where I'm trying to remember what was like 2012, what that was like. Because I have like a vivid memory of like just playing like Pokemon on the road around that point. I think that might have been X and Y. Just the feeling of like being at like, kind of like at like a rest stop and then just being like, you know, to kill time while like my parents are like doing gas, I'll try to like, what's it called? I'll try to like play a little bit of Pokemon. 2013, it was a 2013 road trip. I was like, And I remember in like 2016, I was out in like that I remember it was Pokemon like Sun and Moon, because that was one where I was in Airbnb. Oh no, hold it. Oh, sorry, I was checking my phone. I was like, wow. It's like odd grumbles. Yeah, I need to get some actual focus. That's a Terra raid. I need to lock in. Maybe I need to actually make like a sandwich and like eat it with this. Eat it to be able to like get like the raid up or something. Blah blah blah. I know technically I did play a lot of Pokemon like Snap. I think that might have been probably like the first official like Pokemon game I owned was probably Pokemon Snap. And then I played like the portable version, or I guess the mainline game. But it was like Snap, then I guess Snap, then Silver. And then from there it was just like maybe all over the place. Maybe I should start challenging people. See if I can try to level up through combat. Let's see, let's get Kiki, let's get some of our beefier ones up. Let's do Simon, let's do... Let's get you guys here. There we go. That way if I need to challenge somebody, the team is on lock. Revved up and ready. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I climbed the peak before me because it's there. I beat the trainer before because he's there. Who's this? Oh, challenged by Ellie, the student. Ellie sent out Ninetales and Sandslash. Nice. Oh, that's cool. The ice version of that. With the Sandslash. Let's see if I can just... Oh, there we go, there's something. Does snowscape affect me? It started to snow, it's been snowing. Don't throw that at me. That's rude. Let's see, Hydro Pump, please. Oh no. There we go. Let's just get our hustle on. Let's do another Ivy, and let's get a Hydro on Ninetales. Ah! Okay, Sandslash out of the way. You. What will you be doing? Oh, no! Oh, these are just campaign stuff. Let's see. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. Alright, Simone.
Go Simone.
Alright, perfect. Crabominable. Let's see, Edna Crabopoli. This one's a bit of a pain. It's just gonna keep on snowing and failing. Let's see. Please. Land. No. What? Of course it avoided the attack. Oh man. Why am I letting myself get, like, really badly affected? No Simone. Let's... Maybe I'll throw a revive at some of y'all so we can level up. I can give Simone at least a little something. Would be. Let's see. Alright, let's get a different Pokemon here. Let's get Speedwagon. Maybe Speedwagon's gonna help out because they float in the air. Wearing a tank top in the snow. Jeez. This has been aggressive. Oh no, it barely did anything. Oh, this is pretty bad. It's like I can't use a full reveal. I can't use a full, like, heal on somebody who's just, like, only gonna be in the fight a little bit longer. Actually, I need you to be there, and I need to heal you with... let's do a max. Let's do a max potion. You're my best shot. Not effective on Mountain Dew, but very effective on... Man, this guy's really out of hand. No! No! Why? I was just trying to level up my weak Pokemon. Oh, this is despairing.
Alright, go guys.
We've gotten to a point where... Yeah, this is pretty... This is bad. This is as bad as it gets. Let's see. Let's try... In the clutch. I need... Oh. Now, let's get you to do your thing against you. And then let's try to get you out and have you revive Iki. Okay, that's nice. Wait, no, no, no. Ah! Alright. Oh, this is bad. I leveled up nobody. I'm not good at this. It's like this hurts. This is I'm sorry. This is a rough one. Okay, there we go. At least the Ninetales is out of the picture. This is painful. All right, Hydro Pump, please. Give me something. There we go. At what cost? Who leveled up? At least Simon leveled up. Truly formidable summit. Yeah. Super under leveled. Like, I'm sure that, like, what's it called? I'm sure that, like, Kieran is probably watching all of this and semi-laughing. Just being like, oh, they're giving you a problem? Just these weak guys are giving you a problem? It'd be a shame if you lose now. It'd be a big shame. I love how out of pocket Kieran is now that he's like kind of like gotten into his like Joker arc. Oh no, not all those max potions. We're not doing that today. Let's see. Let's see, Ultra Balls I'm good on. I think I might buy a couple more of these using, what's it called, LP. Here we go, Maxwell Potion. Good luck with your daily studies. See, my daily studies haven't been impressive. Let's see. I should try challenging a few more. Maybe I'll have an easier time at the Savannah biome. If I start fighting people in Savannah. Are you lost? Yes. Man, this big dragonfly is like trying to absorb into me. What is Did you get lost and wander up here? Don't worry, Sophie's here to show you the way. You are challenged by Sophie of the League Club. Oh, this is a League Club member. That's why they have like a very serious like... Let's see. Alright, let's go. Alright, Blissey, you're getting thisy. Let's do... I guess just keep on attacking Blissey. The Flygon's just like, well, what are you guys doing? Having fun over here? And it's like, I'm not having fun. I'm getting my butt. Trick Room. Man, how do you say that name? Let's see. This is, let's see. Fari Giraffe. Fari Giraffe. Fari Giraffe? Let's see. Pokemon. Let's try to see if I can get... What are your levels? Oh. Grand Blue is at a very big disadvantage. Maybe Simon. Yeah, it is just kind of like, hi guys. It's just nice to be here. Just pacing back and forth. Sometimes it reminds me of when I look at my cat and I'm like, what's life for you? Like, I hope everything's okay. Like, that was it called. All this isn't so scary being like a little animal creature in like this world. Alright, we got something. Let's see. The giraffe. Like sometimes like it'll be like, yeah, it'll be like, what's it called? Just watching your pets just kind of vibing out and then just being like, how are things with you? You doing okay? Life treating you good? Kibble isn't too bad. Like, I sure hope you like your current food. Let's see, so the giraffe thing isn't quite turning out so hot. So let's try to, let's cycle a little bit through. Or like sometimes I look at my cat, I'm just like, how do you feel about me? Like, how do you feel about like me and like Amana? Like, do you like us? Oh. My dogs like their food because they're getting the same kind for years. I think that's what, yeah, it's kind of like that with like, what's it called? With Prue, because I'm just like, man, I hope you're not getting tired of this food, because then we have to think of something else to feed you. Now we have to get creative if you don't like this anymore. Let me get Mountain Dew in there. Arachnid. Let's see. Oh man, that's not, that one doesn't like that. Let's see. Let's go. Because I'll have to heal you. My dad and sister spoil my dogs and give them people food all the time when they shouldn't. We were lucky in having Prudence be a cat that's not really super into like, what's it called? Like people food? I think at most, the most dangerous thing that we have is, what's it called? Sometimes when we get like fried chicken, like my cat likes to like kind of like patrol the area to see if there's something that she could eat. Mom, like, we're like trying to be like, no, it's okay. Prue's just like a really curious like creature where she knows that she won't like what she sees, but like she'll kind of get like invested in the idea of getting close to it and just being like, man, like what is this? What is this? Like I just want to put my nose up to it, and it's like, Prue, you don't have to put your nose up to it. It's like, Prue, you don't have to do this. But yeah, Prue and her people. Prue, yeah, I think we try to feed her like real fish sometimes, like a piece of salmon. But she would be really picky and be like, oh, I don't like it fresh. And it's like, wait a second. What do you mean you don't like fish fresh? You love it when it's in the canned form. You love salmon when it's in a can, but what do you mean you don't like it when it's just like in front of you, like the Cadillac of salmon? I guess you had a thing or two to show me. It's like, what's there not to get about salmon? You like it in this like in the slop form. And the one time we went, the few times we want to treat you to the stuff that's not like the slop, you're like, what is this? What is this? This isn't my food.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much, Lenny.
I'm glad today was a much more chill stream, because I feel like sometimes like I make like pretty out-of-pocket jokes. Like, we're like, it gets to be 18 plus sometimes because I'm like, what's it called? Like just rattling off the pocket, out of pocket kind of jokes sometimes. And I catch myself on it. But like, sometimes it's just nice to like kind of chill out and be able to have like regular conversations where I don't have to like, what's it called? Be like, oh man, like time for me to get like my improv, like my voice out. Because I think a lot of my experience winds up being because I get super into improv. Or a lot of my background in like, what's it called? with I guess a lot of it was like drama class in like high school. I got a lot of my acting chops with like improv. So sometimes like a lot of my like quick stuff is because, ooh, this one. I wanna catch this one. Doug Trio. If I'm going to have any chance at catching this without like killing it immediately, I should probably slot in Mountain Dew. But yeah, I used to do a lot of improv like when I was like in high school, and it used to be a lot of fun. It was a nice way of being able to do icebreakers and such, especially since like a lot of who you're with are also just kind of like-minded creative people that just want to go all out with it. I don't have a reason to catch this Doug Trio, but I just really want to. I want to name them after, what's it called? Ah. It's like, oh. It's like I feel compelled. They kind of look like the 90s group Hanson. So I'm like, I want to catch Hanson. Alright. Alright, little bros. I'm also curious about the Beach Boys. It's like they look like some kind of like musician. Like, I feel like the one on the left kind of looks like Robert Plant from like Led Zeppelin. Like some of them have a little bit of like a Zeppelin thing. But like, I feel like deep down, I know that it would be nice to give them the distinction. You will be named Hanson. And you will be sent to the boxes. Because I don't have anything I can fight you with. Let's see. Yeah, because this seems like a really cool space. I just need to be able to get everyone I would need to. But like, I want to see what this gold's... What is this version of Slowpoke? This is a really cool Slowpoke. I hope this doesn't kill it. Oh yeah! The one left reminds me of Kirk Hammett. Oh yeah, the guitarist from Metallica. That's actually a good one. Yeah. Because that's like the kind of like, almost like side hair that Kirk Hammett has. That's a good catch. That's a Galarian Slowpoke. Oh, Galar.
There we go.
Oh, that's Sword and Shield. So you will be named. Let's see. Oh yeah, Galarian form.
A dopey Pokemon.
Okay, we're going to name you something distinctively. Like, Slowpoke. Oh, girl name. Let's see. We have to come up with a girl name that is British. Let's see. Martha. No, what's it called? Let's see. You will be named. Ah. It's like, I feel like, what's it called? At some point, like when I was playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, a lot of the entertainment was from coming up with like names that get more British than the other. So I came up with like ones that are like PG Tips, Oasis. Of like, is Slowpoke in Oasis? I don't think so. I think Slowpoke is more of a Blur. Let's name you Blur. Go Beetle Bum, what you've done. She's a gum. Alright. There you go, Blur. You'll probably get another name if I go into the box and I'm like, I should start renaming ones. Let's see. I'm going to catch this one. If I don't catch it, it'll be fine, but if I do, I'll probably try to call it. I think I might head out soon to get some dinner. Ah! Oh man, Simon, good hustle. But getting hurt isn't part of the hustle. Let's see, let us catch you. Alright, Gothitelle. 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 That is... Oh, Gothita. I'll be naming you after the, what's it called? You'll be named Gothica. Gothica has been sent to the boxes. Let's see. But... is there anybody else in this, like, labyrinth? I guess I'll see what's on the other side of the labyrinth and then head out. Dig deeper in. Oh, there's a little... What is that? Oh, it's just a diglet. I'm like, what? It's like, what's in the ground? It's scary. And it's like, oh, this is diglet. Oh man, water pledge. There was actually something down here. Alright. Just gonna leave the cave then, and then once I'm out and have thoroughly... Let's see. Ooh, a Magmar! Okay. I said I would call it, but I want the I want Magmar. Alright. Is it Magmar? Yes! Oh no, it's gonna kill it. I love that. What's it called? Oh, it's super effective. Oh man. My super effective against yours. That didn't pan out. Ew. Please don't faint. Okay, cool. I feel like you're close to getting to 80. Maybe I'll be stubborn. Sometimes good things happen when you're stubborn. You stumble into new Pokemon, or you stumble into, whatever this is. Fire Pledge! Fire Pledge and Water Pledge. Let's see, so that's an exit. This up, is that where I left off at? Oh, there's a different place in the excursion, nice. Let's see. We'll start with this one and see where that goes. There's the Galarian Slowpoke. Let's see, what's your level? Are you beefy? If not, I'll have to head out. Or not head out, leave, but head out as in, what's it called, leave the fight. Okay, so fork in the road. These little baby Gothics. Let's see, what's up here? Oh man, this is a better Snubble. Or at least one that's a little, like, violent. This is a violent Gramble. Fantasy versus. If I catch you, I'll have to give you an actual pet name. An actual dog name. Oh, 77, that's a good one. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'm getting this. Payback. I have to do all that. Alright. And then you get your... in the red. Okay. Alright, a Bulldog. it's a girl dog. Let's see. It would be sad if I named her after my late dog. Like, do I want to go that route? It'd be like, you know, Molly's watching over me. Or would it be like re-traumatizing? Granbull. Let's see. Yes. Grab. Granbull. It's a bulldog, so should I call it Iggy? Should I call her Iggy? Granbull. Let's see. Granbull Fantasy doesn't work. Let's see. We will name you. I feel like Granbull has like a Madge look, like Maggie or Madge. A bulldog though, or a pit bull. Oh, I can't because pit bull is a boy. You will be named. You will be Let's see. Is Pit 2 a good name? Because this is a second pit bull. And he's a little grumpy. She's a little grumpy too. I feel like I should save Pit 2 for a Gothix one. Alright, Pitbull. Dale. See, this works. I think Dale would be a really good one. I think that works. It looks like the. Let's see. Is there an accent on Dale in Spanish? No, it's just there's no accent. So you will be named Dale. Let's add you to the party. I might have to switch your name. Alright, let's get further down here. I know I could feasibly have fought in them. It'd be nice to go through a little mini excursion in here. Let me leave a moment and then, what's it called? I guess probably heal at the Pokemon Center and then go head out and get some food. Where are you at? Here we go. Alright. Alright, let's see. Up. Let's save one more time. Let's see. No. Save one more time. Use. You know how to use buttons, Rockna. There we go. Alright. Alright. Thank you all so much for coming along. Let me see if there is anybody available. If I have anybody I could pop in for. Let's see. There is. I don't see anyone on raid. I think I might just head out for now. But
In case this is your first time, I am Rocknaroka, and I'm an alien from beyond the stars. Oh, thank you so much, Shrimpo Max. Some of the things that make me alien-like, and might be a little bit of the ice, but it's also this beauty mark that can enchant anything I touch with an element of just enthusiasm. So if I poke the beauty mark and I poke my mic, I send out all kinds of positive vibes for the rest of the week, and hopefully this will be able to charge everyone up for the next couple days until I'm back for before the green moon, which I'm gonna try to play this time. Last time I didn't because there was like a really bad storm, and I was paranoid because I lost my save, like after like a really bad thunderstorm. But this time the weather should be good, and I should be less paranoid. So until next time, I'll be seeing you all. Bye.